Hi, we're here at the AARP booth, and we're here with Beth Finkel, who's the New York State Director for AARP. Hi, Beth. How are you?
Hi. How are you today?
Okay, good. And Daphne Kwok, who is coming up from Washington, D.C.
I'm coming from Washington, D.C. to see about this tremendous Dragon Boat Festival today.
Fantastic. She's the Vice President, Multicultural Markets and Engagement. Okay.
That's right.
Engagement in what sense?
Engagement of the Asian American community nationwide.
Okay, and that means making it more comfortable and easy for them to be involved with all the good that you do?
Well, we want to make sure that the Asian American community, so like the Chinese, the Japanese, Koreans, South Asians, all of the AAPI ethnic subgroups are an integral part of AARP. We want to make sure that our 50-plus communities are able to really learn and receive the information, tremendous resources and education that AARP has for our 50-plus segment.
Aha, okay. And being here at a community event, how do you feel about that?
Well, it's very important for AARP to have a presence in one of the major events here in the New York area for the Asian American community, and it's continuing to raise awareness, and that's exactly why we're here today, why we're spending the weekend here, getting tremendous visibility, picking up some members, being able to impart information about the Affordable Care Act and all of the benefits that AARP can provide.
Being a member myself, you are extremely outgoing and supporting the needs of the 50-plus community, and you're the spokesperson for our community.
AARP most definitely is the forefront leader for the 50-plus community, and so for the Asian American community, we want to make sure that we are an integral part, that we are being able to utilize all of the resource, educational materials, whether it's on caregiving, whether it's on employment of the 50-plus, whether it's about housing for the seniors. We want to make sure that our voices are heard, whether here in New York State or in Washington, D.C. It's all very important for us to be part of that.
Beautiful. Beth, tell us a little bit about the overall outreach that AARP does.
So AARP has 37 million members across the country, actually more than that. In New York State, we've got 2.5 million members, and here in New York City, we've got over 3/4 million members. And that means that we have a great opportunity to help educate voters on what's coming up in the upcoming mayoral election. We've done a survey of 50-plus voters, and we know that there's a lot of areas that they are very, very concerned with. We know that 1 in every 2 voters in this election will be an AARP member, and because of that, we want to make sure that everybody is informed. So we've surveyed our members, we've surveyed the 50-plus, and we know that they are very concerned about whether they can afford to retire. More than 1 in every 2 is actually going to be delaying their retirement because they're concerned about whether they can afford to retire, and they're worried about how they're going to pay their rent that keeps going up, their utility bills that keep coming up. And in the Asian market, we find that this is even more so. We know that 68% of them have said that they have heard or know about age discrimination. And so we want to make sure that people are informed about these issues, that they lend their voice to the people who are running for office and let them know what's important to the 50-plus voter and their families.
Well, you do a great job at that, and we've actually everybody that knows you, we've done, I'd say we've probably done about 20 stories on AARP over the years, because we, being part of the Senior Net organization and seniors, we have a whole section on senior. And being a senior, Grandpa, it's what they call it, the fastest growing community.
Well, AARP, we're about 50-plus, so we want to prepare people in advance of when they're going to retire and when they reach that age. And yes, we are there to help educate, but we're also there for advocacy. Nobody is out there protecting the future of Social Security and Medicare the way AARP is, and we're proud of that, but we can't do it without everyone getting involved and everyone calling their legislators and getting involved with grassroots volunteerism, letting elected officials know what's important to them.
So needed. Last question for each one of you. What's good news for you?
Well, good good news is that AARP is very active and wants to get even more active within the Asian American community nationwide.
Beth?
Good news for me is that AARP members want to age in their own communities. 9 out of 10 have said that, and I think that what's happening in our communities, trying to help people live in age in place longer, is getting to be more and more available to them. We have a lot of work around complete streets, making sure that people can cross the streets safely with their children, their grandchildren, etc. We know that people aren't interested in housing. How are people going to be able to have the housing they need to age in place? And again, back to how are people going to be able to afford to age in place?